From its humble beginnings as a small mattress shop in Nakuru, west of Nairobi, to a supermarket empire operating across East Africa. The rise of the Nakumatt chain was a Kenyan dream. But that dream has turned into a nightmare as the company grapples with product shortages and store closures. Chief Marketing Officer Andrew Dixon brings it down to bad luck.
This has been a perfect storm, if you like, of issues, ranging from fire, flood of stores to terrorism in a store, and in addition to that, the shrinking of the economy over the last few years.
In 2013, a terror attack in Kenya's Westgate Mall left 67 people dead and destroyed Nakumatt's flagship store, which he says was responsible for 10% of annual turnover. The company's since ramped up its stores across East Africa, but it's faced mismanagement and competition from global players such as Walmart. It's closed several stores across Kenya and 3 more in Uganda in the past month alone. The current state of Kenya's economy has also made it difficult for Nakumatt to repay its debts, and many businesses have lost patience. Tea brewer Golden Crown filed a lawsuit against the chain this week, while earlier this month, the landlord of one shopping mall raided a Nakumatt store to recover close to $500,000 in unpaid rent. Despite the growing list of financial worries, the grocery giant is hopeful it will weather the storm.
We are a 25-year-old organisation that Kenyans have grown up with and one of the best-known brands in the country. So we are very confident that the processes we're going through in terms of seeking new investment and debt recovery is going to work very well for us, and we are optimistic that within the next few days and weeks we'll come out with a new plan.
Next week, Kenya's ruling Jubilee Party will try and secure a second 4-year term for President Uhuru Kenyatta. As 19 million registered voters weigh their choices, it's Nakumatt that might need a vote of confidence. Adefemi Akinsanya, TRT World.
Well, Kenya will head to the polls on August 8th. TRT World's Africa reporter Fidelis Mbah joins us now live to talk more about how important the economy will be in this election. Thanks so much for coming in. This store employs some 7,000 people in a country where unemployment is rampant. So first of all, tell us what happens to these thousands if Nakumatt fails.
It's a source of worry for many Kenyans because the unemployment rate in Kenya is already very high. One out of every 6 young person of employable age is without a job at the moment. And when you throw in 7,000 more people, talk about their dependents, not just the 7,000. Each person might have maybe 4 or 5 dependents. So that's going to affect the economy seriously. And it's been something that government is, even the economic secretary has already written to Nakumatt, maybe just trying to find out how they can actually come in, because it's something that if Nakumatt fails, somehow the economy is going to face it. Going to feel the pinch. So
how is that affecting this election itself? I mean, should Nakumatt be considered a political liability to kind of try and steer clear of? Or could it be used as a tool, in the lead up to this election, filled with campaign promises to save it or otherwise?
Well, for the Jubilee Party, which is the ruling party, people might actually use it against them because they've been going around campaigning that they have attracted investments and businesses are doing well, that the economic plan has been working as laid out. But then the NASA coalition, which is the main opposition party, would actually come out to say, look, this is part of your failure because businesses are struggling. Employers of labor in the private sector can't survive. So it's something that might, depending on who is actually looking at it from their own point. But then, if you look at it, it's not really a government problem per se. This is something that has been building up over time. The debts didn't just accrue overnight. It's something. It's a case of mismanagement over the years. So it's not really something to blame government for. But I think any government that takes over will want to see how well they can help Nakumatt to navigate out of this problem.
Okay, Fidelis, thanks so much for coming in.